All right. Hey guys, this is Justin West, and I'm just going to shoot a really quick video here. I've had a lot of people ask me about the promotion that we're running right now, so I figured I'd take about an hour or so and put together some slides. And I decided I'd go ahead and start with some fun because I want to explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it for those of you who are on LinkedIn that I'm connected with. And so I'm going to ask you a question to begin with. Sharks. They're scarier than snails, right? Most people think the answer is yes. In fact, I was talking to a friend named Greg was talking about his daughter, and they were going to the beach, and she would not get in the water because she had watched Shark Week, and she was terrified. She just would not even go near the water. And he was telling me he was doing some research, and he found out that there's a lot of animals that are more dangerous than sharks. Amongst them, hippos and cows, and also slides. Oh, also snails. Snails actually kill more people every single year than sharks do. So, but she, of course, obviously isn't going to be afraid of snails. I mean, some snails are actually poisonous. I think that's really where the rubber met the road there. But the point is, the media had shaped her perception of sharks, and she knew that they were bloodthirsty killers that only wanted to get out and eat her. That was their only goal in life was to eat her. And no matter how hard Greg tried, he could not get her to see past the unreasonableness of her fear. I mention this because at the end of the day, the media shapes our reality. And that's really important for those of us who run our own business or who network with other business owners in any way, because if the media vouches for you and your expert status, then potential customers and clients they're going to believe it, and they're going to trust you. So let me ask you a question. What if you could increase the effectiveness of all of your current efforts by 100% to 1000%? Would you like to be seen as an expert and close more clients or book more deals, get more speaking gigs, get more interviews, sell more houses? It depends upon which arena you're in. But for almost anybody, being seen as an expert and getting more business is the dream, right? Are you ready to network more efficiently? I found you here on LinkedIn, and you reached out and said you were at least somewhat interested. And I think well, I'll show you why it was here in just a second. My name is Justin. We have met now via LinkedIn, and those are just questions I use. Those are questions I used to ask myself as well. And the thing is, when we talk about media shaping perception and media shaping how people view reality, it's true. If I would have greeted you with this picture right here, I think I'm a pretty handsome fellow, all things considered. At least my wife thinks so. But at the end of the day, there's nothing super remarkable about me, and then I do something like this, and all of a sudden, be honest. When you see those logos next to my name, what does it make you think about me? What do you think it would make your clients or your prospective people that you're talking to or networking with think about you? That you're trustworthy? That you're an expert? Absolutely. Just imagine if you could harness that ability by creating media authority. What would you do? How would that instantly change your life and your business for the better? Unfortunately, creating media authority isn't as easy as taking over every media corporation and forcing them to run good press about you. In this era of fake news and everything else, it just doesn't work that way anymore. And people would see through that. So normally what you have to do is you have to hire a publicist, and they generally charge $4,000 to $6,000 a month, and they don't guarantee anything. Now, most publicists are pretty decent at what they do, and they'll get you some results. And even if you're working with one of the best, though, it's still going to take weeks or even months or longer in order to prime the media pump, in order to have you viewed as an expert. And while you might try using expensive PR firms to speed up the process, you can get quickly bogged down with no real guarantee that you're going to rank at the top of any of these news affiliates, let alone on all four. But if you're lucky enough to get cited as an expert on one of these big four, you can usually count yourself as pretty successful. And if you are somehow blessed to get cited on all four as an expert in your field, then something strange happens. The phenomenon of agreement takes over. When a client or a customer sees that you are vetted by these four giants, they instantly feel like they can know you and like you and trust you a little bit more than other people. You have credibility. Simply having those logos available gives you credibility. Now, I'm not saying to go Photoshop these logos onto your picture and just claim something you don't have. Fake it till you make it, right? That's absolutely wrong. You don't want to do that. The problem is it's really hard to get that media authority. And if you've ever felt that frustration that comes with trying to create media authority, then I can relate to you perfectly. Because again, it's kind of like a catch-22. If you're familiar with the novel by Joseph Heller, the idea is there's a soldier and he wants to leave the war. And so he goes in and tells the doctor that he wants to leave and he wants to be let go. And the doctor says, well, I can't do that because, you're clearly not insane. And he said, if you were insane, you wouldn't want to leave. And if you do want to leave, then you're definitely sane. And so I could let you go if you were insane, but if you were insane, you wouldn't be here. So it was a catch-22 is the whole idea. And this is a catch-22 as well. The media wants you, if you want to book more speaking gigs, if you want people to believe that you've got credibility, you need to be in the media. But in order to get into the media, you need to already have media credentials. And so it's kind of a catch-22. And just like you, I struggled with creating media authority until I found a secret. I made an insider connection with a guy who helped me to figure out how to get guaranteed press pickup for my news stories on all major affiliates and other big news sites like the Boston Globe and the Miami Herald as well. And I was able to increase the effectiveness of all of my efforts by 100% to 1,000%, depending upon which efforts I was focusing on at the time. And I started to tell my friends and my family members and business associates about those results, and what happened next shocked me. Some people were begging me to show them how they could skyrocket their authority instantly. Others were really skeptical that it was even possible, and so I gave them a challenge, and it's the same challenge I'm going to give to you here in just a minute. So our clients work with us, and we guarantee them that they'll be cited as an authority, as an expert in their field of expertise in affiliates of all four major news networks, ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox. These are among the most recognized brands in the world, and it skyrockets their authority instantly in less than a week. From that point forward, for the rest of their life, for the rest of the time in business, they'll always have a basis of authority that they can always fall back on, and it will serve them indefinitely in their life, in their job, in their business, in their career, whatever it is they're doing, because they're an expert. So what would that be worth? What would it be worth to you if you could just close one more deal, get one more client per month? What would it be worth to you if you could land one more really big, or maybe your first really big media interview? My friend Greg, actually, he's the one who turned me on to this whole thing. And he has been on numerous news shows because he shows up as a top expert in his field. And there's a bunch of other people who show up with him. And people tend to go for Greg because right on his profile, he's got the media logos that I was showing you a little bit ago, the Fox and the CBS and NBC and ABC. And in fact, he actually is a LinkedIn professional like myself. And so he actually ranks really, really well in his area of expertise on LinkedIn. And what's funny, and a lot of people don't realize this, is when the news agencies need to find an expert, the number one place they go is LinkedIn. So what would it be worth to you if you could book a few extra speaking gigs? What would it be worth to you if you could sell one more house if you're in real estate? If people view you as an expert and they instantly are inclined to know, like, and trust you. And what would guaranteed placement in all four major networks be worth over the course of your lifetime? Now, our current clients pay $24.99 one time. And for that price, we guarantee them a media citation as an expert in all four major news affiliates. We do it in under 7 business days, and if we ever fail, we refund their money. Even if we got them in 3 of the 4, we refund 100% of their money because we know what we're doing and we know how to get them cited as an expert. However, you're not going to pay that much money. However, I want to make this a real no-brainer for you before I tell you the price, because I want to make a big donation and help a great cause. A portion of all the proceeds that I'm going to raise doing this here through LinkedIn and with you is going to go to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. About 75% of their budget comes from public contributions from people like you and me, and they help sick children. There is literally no better charity that you can find. You can find some that are probably equally as good, but I really don't think you can find a better one. And so I'm actually going to be donating a portion of all of the money that we raise through this to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Anyway, I'm also going to do a couple of things. I'm going to unlock a ton of bonuses for you that I've never given away before. Once published, you're going to get a list of every affiliate we could find that ran your citation with you as an expert, which means you can instantly just click on it, find the listing, and show it. And that way you'll know, hey, I've been listed as an expert in these fields. We're also going to Photoshop a headshot of your choice with those media logos on it, so you can use it in your LinkedIn profile. You can use it on all your business flyers, your business card, anywhere you want to use it. Because when you've been featured in the media, once you have that authority, you can use those logos because you've been seen. Now, photoshopping isn't super expensive. It's worth about $47. Getting that list ran and pulled for you is about $97. But what's really cool is I'm going to actually show you in a training video. I'm going to record the steps that you can take to leverage these logos and a few simple steps to turn your own LinkedIn profile into an autopilot client generating machine. I can literally have people seeing your profile and digging in to find out who you are. And these are laser targeted prospects who are interested in what it is you have to offer. And you can do it essentially on autopilot. Plus, I'm going to make sure that you make it into numerous other newspaper sites like the Boston Globe, the Miami Herald, the Kansas City Star, and so on and so forth. And of course, that's worth a lot of money as well. Maybe not priceless, but it's worth a lot. So your price would normally be $14.97. I would give you $1,000 discount, but because I'm doing this outreach with St. Jude's, I want to make sure it's successful. I'm going to go a little bit crazier than that. I'm going to do one payment of $9.97. That's right. For one simple little payment of $997 and 0 cents. For one simple payment, we're going to give you guaranteed media pickup in all 4 of the major networks and everything else that I just covered with you. I'm going to give you a list of all of the news affiliates that run the release that we have citing you as an expert. I'm going to Photoshop a headshot of you with those media logos on it. And again, I'm going to train you on how you can use your LinkedIn profile to get more clients, get more speaking gigs, get more eyes on you. And that literally is priceless. I mean, if you could use this to land 1 or 2 more deals ever, that would make a huge difference, I'm sure. And what I'm hoping to do is even bigger than that. So that being the case, again, this is Justin West. Thank you for taking a few minutes to watch this. I hope it answered a lot of your questions. If you still have some questions, feel free to message me back. But I wanted to shoot a short video just to kind of help make sense of everything that I'm talking about. So that being the case, I will be in touch. And thank you very much. Bye-bye.